Project Zomboid is a pretty complex game. In fact, this complexity actually results in quite a few janky interactions, to say the least. Since I'm running out of ideas for content revolving around this game, I've decided to compile a couple of interesting things I found over my 800 hours playing it. So, here's some Zomboid tips. Being sneaky in Project Zomboid is pretty important. More often than not, it's the difference between fighting 3 zombies and 300. While the most obvious tip is to avoid using firearms as they produce enough noise to call in the entire city block, there's other ways to avoid being spotted while walking around. Crouching has a slight effect on zombies' detection radius. If you combine this with traits like inconspicuous, you probably won't end up in this situation. Did you know that you actually have 2 different types of shove attacks? While the difference in their effectiveness is very slight, the shove you perform while standing perfectly still has a much longer recovery than the other one. So while the moving shove doesn't send enemies back as much, it's a lot harder to get hit when you miss. Many locations in Knox County have been locked down before the apocalypse started, leaving you with basically no way to get in unless you find the extremely rare sledgehammer. However, due to the buggy nature of the rooftops in this game, you can use stairs to get on top of a building and then just fall in. While this is useful for getting into certain places, like the West Point gun store, do remember to bring enough planks to also get out, unless you feel like staying here until you starve to death. Have you ever been admiring your new base when you realize there's a bunch of zombies everywhere around it? Don't worry, because with this tip you can become completely invincible. By using the pickup mode, you're going to grab all of the floor tiles that are around the top tile of the staircase. If we then deconstruct the floorboards underneath, zombies are incapable of pathfinding to us. Alright, we're safe up here, but we're stuck here, right? Well, no. If you go up to any window and have some sheet rope on you, you can add an escape rope. This allows you to get back up and go back down without the zombies being able to follow you. If you've ever fallen from a high place in Zomboid, you know it's pretty easy to break your leg and be limping. However, did you know you can keep running even while you're limping? Performing this trick is very easy. By using the click to walk feature and holding shift, you can start the sprinting animation regardless of your character's state. So if you've ever found yourself injured mid-fight and want to get out of there, you can use this trick to just run away. Sprinter zombies are notoriously good at stun locking you, so next time you're playing with them, you should try this. You see, sprinters have a very strange interaction with the player. As long as you keep jogging, they can't actually grab you unless they come in from the side. This gives you enough time to find some fences or even a tree line to lose them. But remember, if they come in from a slightly different angle, it's over. This is the most powerful object in all of Project Zomboid. How? You see, something about the way these crates with fences around them interact with the zombies' pathfinding causes them to just sort of get stuck. The zombies won't be able to do anything to you and they'll just keep aimlessly running towards the barricades. Now, surely there is a downside to using these, right? I mean, I can't just surround my house in this and be completely zombie-proof. Well, you can. By holding shift, you can jump over the fences and go from one side to another. Zombies, however, can't get over these. So now you have a one-way barrier that you can get through and the zomboids cannot. Combine this with a stash of firearms and now you have a pretty good way of clearing out your city block. If you have a spare car in Project Zomboid, and I cannot emphasize enough that it should be a spare car, you can use it as a pretty effective way of clearing out zombies. Spinning around in a backwards donut while holding down the horn is a pretty good way of attracting zombies to your location and promptly running them over. Just be warned that this will absolutely destroy your car's engine. I also found this absolutely titanic car here. I have no idea why it's so large, but it's kind of ominous. It feels like a boss battle. Foraging is an often overlooked trait in Project Zomboid. At high levels, it can actually be quite strong. Not only can you find a pretty much limitless source of food just by going into the woods, but you can also find some pretty strong items. For example, you can find entire logs on the floor, or if you're particularly lucky, you can even find firearms and ammunition. Just make sure to learn what spawns in each foraging zone. Alcohol in Project Zomboid has a couple of different features to it. If you're in pain, you can't sleep in-game. Just like in real life, drinking alcohol will make the pain disappear almost instantly. Additionally, drinking alcohol makes you tired very fast. So, basically treat alcohol bottles as a mix between painkillers and sleeping pills. Many people believe that you can't actually cure the zombie infection in-game. This is wrong. It's quite simple, really. All you have to do is go into the woods and find a pill bug, some wild mushroom.
Hello, human. The video you're watching has been deemed dangerous due to spreading information that our contractors don't want you to find out. There is no cure to the zombie virus. There never was a cure for the zombie virus, and there never will be a cure to the zombie virus. Thank you for your understanding.